All right. Questions for Coach Stevens? Start with Dan Roche.
Hi, Brad. How you doing?
Hey, Dan.
Just a kind of a follow-up to yesterday. How grateful are you to be able to be here tonight and play a basketball game? And it looks like 12 players available. Is that what it looks like?
Yeah. So obviously we're all, I think, very grateful to be here and get a chance to play and compete. Didn't know until this afternoon whether or not those guys that were listed as questionable on the report would be able to play or not. They had extra testing this morning and again this afternoon. So we've got 12 and we'll look forward to putting our best foot forward with this group.
Abby Chin.
Brad, what has the preparation process been like? I know you said you only had 9 players at practice yesterday. Were the additional guys able to do anything? Has everyone just been kind of working out on their own? How have you been able to prepare for this game?
Well, I mean, for this game, not much, right? I mean, I think we had practice yesterday with the 8 guys. We had a quick walkthrough today, later in the afternoon, once we knew that those guys were available. Obviously, we wanted to push that back so that we could have as much time as possible to walk through. So we'll, in a lot of ways, this is just like you would be preparing with one day in between or even like a back-to-back for a game. So the game specifically, I would say that that's the way we've approached it. As far as the week goes, everybody's been able to do what they can do. I think that everybody has different rules depending on whether you're a positive test or you were a contact trace or, you were not in that group. Everybody had different rules and restrictions on what they could do and can't do, but everybody did as well as they can. I don't think I won't push anybody's minutes beyond their limits tonight. And I think that we just have to be cognizant of that, coming off of a week of relative inactivity for our group.
Mark Murphy.
Hey, Brad. Are you able to say exactly how many positive tests you guys had?
I don't think I'm supposed to, no.
Okay.
Jared Weiss.
Brad, the league is considering adding another two-way roster spot. What do you think of that idea, and how would that help? And what would the complications be of adding another player to the roster?
Well, as long as we're not experiencing what we experienced this week, or we don't have a rash of injuries, knock on wood, then just from our own team standpoint, I don't know how impactful that spot would be for us, but I do think that the benefit of it from the other side would be that if you do go through periods where you have a lot of guys out, then that's a beneficial thing. And then the other beneficial thing for the guys that, were kind of, just missed being in the league, right? Just were on the outside looking in, that have a very limited G League season with limited teams. And this would give them 30 more opportunities. So I see the pros and cons as far as like how that impacts our roster. When we're full or near full, I can't see adding somebody in that spot that would be that impactful, that would get a chance to play without major people missing time.
Final question for Coach Adam Himmelsbach.
Hey, Brad, I know you're obviously focused on your own team, but the Nets made a pretty significant move acquiring James Harden. How does that, do you think, kind of change the landscape of the East at all? And what does he bring to that team, obviously paired with KD and Kyrie?
Well, and everybody else. I mean, they've got a good team. They've got, those 3 guys. That's obviously 3 special scorers. James is an MVP and a guy that can not only score, but really pass the ball and is a really smart player. Like, I thought the Nets were the best team that we've seen in person through the first 10 games, the way it was on Christmas Day. Obviously, to make a move like that, they felt they needed to improve from what they had. And I thought what they had was pretty darn impressive. So I can only imagine that they'll continue to be a team that everybody's going to be chasing.
All right, we're going to wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.